Welcome back to the show, y'all. Look, listen, I told you y'all get a treat, man. Y'all get a treat. So welcome back to the show. You already know what this show is. We've been chomping at the bit of this show for a minute. Just bear with us. This is the Bad Boy Sports Podcast. What's your man, Fonz?
And Quan.
You know what? I do all the preliminary stuff at the end. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I hit y'all over the other stuff at the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. As we all know, the Dallas Cowboys took a massive L on Sunday. And I have audio. I got audio. It was recorded in the Dallas Cowboys locker room. Y'all take a listen.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Man, they in that line. They got smacked. They got smiggity smacked.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, they got beat down Sunday.
Boy, hey, look. So I turned to the game, right? It was maybe mid-fourth quarter, and I saw the score. I'm on my couch crying, laughing. I'm like, yo, I looked at my wife. I said, babe, they about to score 50 on them. They got close. But the Cowboys had that covered. So, speaking of the Cowboys, let's talk about their owner / GM / benefactor, Mr. Jerry Jones. So Jerry Jones got on the radio today. It was yesterday. And I think it was 105.3 The Fan down in Dallas, Texas. So shout out to them guys, man. He what he does, he goes on the radio after every game and has an interview. The way he talks, you would think he was the head coach. Mm-hmm. You would think he was the starting quarterback. No, he's the owner. And we're gonna play. Now, mind you, the clip I got is like a minute and a half long, but I'm gonna play y'all the clip where it gets stupid at, and then we're gonna come back with our commentary. So here's the clip from 105.3 The Fan, Dallas.
Okay, so Jerry, 1970, a little different from this past off season in building the team we're talking about today, which there was a lot of criticism that you guys didn't add, didn't spend, and don't add and don't spend, and are not aggressive enough with some of the problems that are still haunting the Cowboys today that we see play out on the field. That's the point of talking about the offseason.
Oh, I remember those criticisms very well. Okay, so what?
Or are they playing out to be accurate?
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is, it seems like
Listen, let me tell you what I'll do. Let me tell you what I'll do about it. I will let us sit down and look at the decisions we've made over the last several years. Okay? I'll look at it. Now, if you think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over a radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't, and I don't even want our listeners to listen to me, to talk about, this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
why.
Get
a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you.
Man, let me tell y'all something about this Jerry Jones. This dude threatened somebody's job because if you have the Odyssey app, just search 105.3 The Fan, and you can listen. It's like a 25-minute interview. I took a snippet of it where he was threatening this dude for this job. First of all, the media kind of hyped that up. I don't think he threatened it. I think Jerry Jones got a little salty, but
most definitely
they were asking legitimate questions.
Yeah, they were. I mean,
they was like, yo, you had an opportunity to get Derrick Henry. That's the first thing. Dallas does not have a run game, nor can they stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
And from the looks of it Sunday, they can't stop the pass either.
Man, the way the Lions whooped the Cowboys Sunday. I mean, I'm still hurt that my Steelers lost to the Cowboys on that 4th and goal.
I
But
don't see how y'all
nevertheless,
supposed to lost to them. I don't see how y'all lost to them.
I mean, honestly, that was
Fluke.
God's given. I mean, it came down to a 4th and goal, but nevertheless, we ain't gonna talk about the
Yeah,
Steelers.
we
Right
ain't
now,
gonna dwell on the past. You know,
the Steelers is a whole nother topic. But nevertheless, Jerry, you got to stop it, man. I mean, honestly, with y'all losing to the Packers this last postseason, there's supposed to have been changes made immediately. I mean, you was 12-5, and you lost to a 7th seed. No knock on the Packers.
no,
But I just feel like after that loss last year, there's supposed to have been some type of change. I mean, the only change y'all made was bringing back Zeke, and I don't know what that did for y'all. It took y'all forever to resign CD Lamb, which he doesn't seem too happy. I mean, the team is just totally out of whack. Like, this isn't the Cowboys are bad this year. Them and the Eagles are total. I'm gonna lean off the Eagles a little bit because the Eagles
winning.
Exactly. But like the Lions tortured y'all, man. I mean, they had offensive linemen catching touchdowns. Everybody got a touchdown.
And the sad part about it was not to cut you off, but the sad part about that game was that the Lions was content on scoring more.
Exactly. Like they was having a field day with the Cowboys.
Disgraceful.
So I just feel like it's funny. It's funny hearing elders get upset, man. It's just hilarious. But
especially the rich ones, you know, the ones that got the money, the well-to-do ones that get mad for no reason.
Jerry lost on his birthday.
Man.
I mean, that's just bad. That says a lot about the franchise. I mean, they didn't even care to win on your birthday, Jerry. So I mean, I understand his frustration about being pretty much asked all these questions, but at the same time, I mean, with a loss like that, people want answers.
Yes,
you literally scored 3 points for 3 quarters.
Man.
And
not even to cut you off again, but it just popped in my head. Not even that loss. The Cowboys have not won at home.
That too.
They lost to the Packers. They lost to the Ravens. They lost to the Detroit Lions. I forget the other team. They lost the Saints. They lost to the Saints. They got blown out twice this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet not hear we them boys. I bet not hear we got Dak.
Right, they quiet right now.
You can hear rat piss on cotton out here. That's how quiet.
They quiet right now. But I mean, it's definitely a lot of issues going on in Dallas. I mean, like I said, Dallas is not looking too sharp. I mean, that loss was. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, and I was embarrassed for him. I mean,
America's team.
Just because it's exactly. I was just about to get to that.
Go ahead.
You call yourself America's team, and you got. I mean, you're one of the highest selling franchises in the NFL right now. You know. Y'all brag about y'all being worth over $5 billion, which is probably more now, but y'all don't have the wins to prove it.
Their heyday was in the 90s.
It's sad, man. It's been 30 plus years since y'all had success.
Middle school, bruh.
Y'all won't be successful until Jerry Jones either is gone or he shuts his mouth and he makes the appropriate changes, because honestly, y'all normally have successful regular seasons. No, most of the time. Most of the time. That's due to the division. But this year, I mean, it's no such thing. I mean, the Washington Commanders is for real.
I told y'all they had something to say.
And the Eagles, I mean, Eagles ain't no slouch either when they want to be, even though they got defensive issues as well. But it's not as severe, I feel like, as the Cowboys. I mean, even with or without Lawrence and Parsons, I mean, it's not. It's just not good. I don't know what exactly is going on. I don't know why they didn't attack in the offseason. They wasn't involved in none of these trades that just happened. I mean, they have absolutely did anything but rely on number 4 and hope that CeeDee Lamb have a great game. But the guy doesn't look happy over there, man. I know CD is man. When he gets a chance to get out of Dallas, he gonna leave.
He out, bro. When that contract is up, it's over.
I'm telling you. So y'all better do something now if y'all gonna call yourself the boys and y'all brag about winning on the 4th and goal. I mean, that was one of the worst. I mean, I'm still upset.
I honestly feel like they don't need to be upset. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. A broke watch is right twice a day.
Twice a day, yeah.
So don't feel bad about that.
But it's all right though. But yeah, I mean, Jerry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
Go ahead.
Jerry deserves all the criticism that he's getting right now. Like I said, he's been there forever, and they haven't did anything in forever. So, I mean, he deserves every last bit of criticism that he's getting because, like you said, he's not even really acting like the owner. He's more GM/head coach of the team. And then who? I'm sorry. This is my last point. Then you
go ahead.
But who ever thought that Mike McCarthy was a great signing to put at head coach? This is the same coach that had Aaron Rodgers, that made Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel look very good, with him winning two-time MVP over there in Green Bay. And he wasn't even successful with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is meters and centuries ahead of a Dak Prescott and a CeeDee Lamb. And no, that's no shot to CeeDee Lamb because I mean CeeDee Lamb is a beast. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like he's the number 1 receiver, but that was just bad. I mean, then y'all let Dan Quinn go. That's straight on. I don't care.
You're living in my.
You can say whatever you want to say about Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn made the Cowboys defense good.
Dan Quinn is a legend. I'm gonna tell you why. Dan Quinn is the author of the Legion of Boom.
Man.
Let that sink. Let that sink in for a second. So you got rid of Dan Quinn, and you got Mike Zimmer.
Who in the world was that? That sounds like the guy that killed doggone Trayvon Martin. Mike Zimmer.
Lord, forgive him, please.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, want to hire.
I mean, we call this spade a spade. Mike Zimmer, I think he was with like the Bengals at one point. Then he became the head coach of the Vikings, and then he couldn't get it done with them, so he became the defensive coordinator.
Jerry got to go, man. I'm sorry.
Jerry is so old that when he fart out dust.
I mean, literally, why are you still there?
Jerry Jones is the worst owner in the National Football League. What other owner outside of Al Davis, who's no longer walking the sidelines, do you see giving interviews? At some point, we got to call the space, but Jerry Jones got to go. He's killing that team. But here's the thing. The local, when I say local, I'm talking about in the Dallas area. They are starting to see that this team ain't what it's supposed to be. It's them other Cowboy fans that's going to continue to buy the merchandise. It's going to continue to buy tickets to go to the game. And it's going to keep putting money in Jerry Jones' pocket. So Jerry Jones can screw that team up to the point they become the next team to go 0 for whatever. They ain't gonna bother him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just time for Jerry to go. I'm tired of Jerry. The Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboy fans are tired of Jerry. Jerry been there for years, and he has little to show for it.
And the crazy part about it is, he bought a franchise back in the 80s. Dallas already had history. That's the part that get on my nerves about Dallas. They got status. They had a winning culture from the 70s. Then you get to the 90s. They had a winning culture. See, all of this started when he got rid of Jimmy Johnson. This was all this started at. Then he hired Barry Switzer because that was his yes man. Because Jimmy Johnson is, Jimmy Johnson he's an alpha. He's a big dog. I mean, he cut his teeth in Miami back in the 80s. That should tell you something right there. Jimmy Johnson, they went 1-15 the first year, and then the following year, maybe either the following year or the year after, they win in back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yeah. It's
time for Jerry Jones to go. It's time for him to go. It's time. Jerry Jones, the whole Jones family need to get out of AT&T Stadium right now.
I'm trying to tell you, they're causing them.
Go retire. You got the money. You got wealth on top of wealth on top of wealth on top of wealth. Go retire. Sell the team.
Might as well. They worth a lot.
But Jerry Jones got to put his face and his 2 cents out there. And said he ain't gonna fire Mike McCarthy. The last coach he fired mid-season was Wade Phillips. Because in that interview, he kind of talked about Wade Phillips.
Yeah,
that was crazy. But the fact that he got salty, I mean, I understand it was his birthday or whatever, and the Cowboys took a massive dump out there. But at the same time, this is your doing, sir.
Right.
This is what you wanted. You want to be the one in the kitchen cooking. You can't get mad when the food turned out to be hot garbage. But you got anything you want to put on this man before we knock this one out?
Not at all.
I can go all night about Jerry Jones and his senile self.
Right. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say about the old man, Y'all
bastard. I ain't got time for that.
How y'all let us know in the comments how y'all feel about Jerry Jones' interview with what they called again, 105.
105.3. He said 105.5. 105.3 The Fan out of Dallas, Texas.
Let us know how you feel about it. He told him that y'all must be smoking some stuff. Y'all think y'all gonna sit on this doggone thing and ask me these questions. That's not your job. So y'all let us know whether y'all feel like Jerry Jones is part of the issue, if not the full issue of the Cowboys' struggle, or his always talking so much. Or just let us know in general how you feel about Jerry Jones and the state of the Cowboys as of 2024, October 15th.
And Cowboy fans, please, we're not going to attack y'all. We actually feel sorry for you.
Oh, no, I don't know what he's talking about. I want to attack you coming here. I'm going to tell you.
I'm bull driving, man. I don't feel sorry for y'all. Y'all going to this our year. We them boys. I don't want to hit that. Please come in the comments, please.
Let me tell you something. Y'all beat my team. I got a bone to pick with y'all.
But see, hey, they only beat my team once since the team been there, and that was a fluke by itself.
I got a bone to pick with the Cowboys right now. So you look, y'all. Like they say, come at me, bro.
And look, Cowboy fans, don't you dare come talk about what the Cowboys almost beat the Ravens. The only reason why y'all came back into the game is because we let y'all back in the game. Believe that. Right. But we can go ahead and call it right now. So, like we say in every video, we thank you guys. We thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts for tuning into these shows, man. Because we do it for y'all. You know, and also we're trying to get that YouTube money, but that's neither here nor there. But we're doing it. We do it for y'all because we love what we do. So if you're watching, if you feel like our content is good for you, leave a like, leave a comment, or just simply subscribe. That way you can stay in tune to what we do. So whenever we upload something, you will know it, and it'll be there, and it'll be straight for you. Also, if you're in the neighborhood, if you're on Facebook, if you just scroll on Facebook, I know y'all like to look at the reels and stuff. But just come to our group, the Backport Sports Podcast War Room, where we're always chopping it up. We're always in there. We are talking junk. We gave Cowboy fans hell this week. my brother Corey, he was like, I swear he's a therapist, man. He be like, Cowboy fans, y'all want to talk about it? Hey, if y'all want to talk about it, y'all could. Hey, it's the best form of therapy. It's free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all come over to the War Room, man. Help us out, man. So you got anything you want to add, bro?
Not at all, man.
All right, man. So, and I almost forgot. To our day ones, everybody that's been rocking with us this whole time, we appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We really do. So we're going to go ahead and log on out of here, man. Yeah. This has been the Bad Boy Sports Podcast. What the world was that? Hey. I ain't know you knew sign language, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I mean, I got subtitles down there. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and jump on out of here. This has been the Bad Boy Sports Podcast with your man, Fonz.
And Quan.
And we out, y'all.